Hey there. So I've been carrying around this little Stanley mini hacksaw. It takes little 10-inch blades. It's made out of plastic. It's kind of a piece of junk, but every once in a while I need to make a small little cut. So it has come in handy, but the other day I was using it and the blade was getting kind of bent, and I was kind of thinking to myself, there's got to be nicer ones of these or a better option. So I started looking around, and they actually have these folding jab saws. This looks like a much better option for me when I need to make a minor cut. Also, this can also be used for, plastic, wood, metal to make minor cuts. It's portable. So I was kind of looking around to see who makes these. There's quite a few of them out there. Lenox makes one, and Milwaukee. These are some of the popular ones. I think I saw Klein and then some generic ones online. So I just want to do a side-by-side, see what the difference between these two are, and see if there really is a better option between the two. So some of the similarities between the two, they're pretty much the same exact length here. Both of them have handles that are about the same width as well. The Lenox is a little more significant in width. And they both have this. On the Milwaukee we have a button up here, and that allows it to fold in. And then it's locked in until you press the button again, open it up. We have pretty much no lateral movement in the blade, slightly vertical there, but pretty insignificant. As for the Lenox, we have the button right here. It's a little harder, a little more stiff in the locking action, and it actually locks right here. So you have an extra angle here that it locks at that the Milwaukee doesn't. I'm not quite sure how useful that would be. I feel like pretty much anytime I'm sawing, I'm using this angle, but that is an additional option in case you need it. And this one also does seem like the blade a little bit on here is catching. I don't know if you can see that. It's catching on this side here a little bit. So it needs to be pushed over. This seems to stick out a little bit more than it does on the Milwaukee. Milwaukee seems to fold all the way in. So depending on how you store that in your tool bag, that might make a difference to you. So this one doesn't actually lock in the position back there. The first locking position is right there. That's kind of a difference too, but I don't know how significant that will be. So let's see here. No lateral movement there. Quite a bit of vertical movement there. I'm sure if you're sawing though, it's probably not going to make a huge difference. So how do you release the blade? That's a significant difference here. So this is a quick release on the Milwaukee. Just push that down, pulls right out. This comes with a, I think an 18 tooth per inch on the Milwaukee, but this is interchangeable with any of these reciprocating blades. The Lenox here, I believe this is a 6 tooth per inch, and this one doesn't have the quick release. You got to screw this portion off and take out the blade. So all these blades should be interchangeable. So this one should fit in there as well. So pretty much any blade can go in these. So another difference is that the Lenox also came with this drywall blade. I'm not sure how easy it is to get replacements on these. So that's another difference. I think price-wise too, the Milwaukee was a little more. I think the Milwaukee was $18, Lenox was $15, so pretty close in price, but slightly different. Looks like they probably weigh a little different too. Let's get a scale out and see. So for the Milwaukee, without the blade, 6.3 ounces, and for the Lenox, 7.25 ounces. So about an ounce difference, not a big difference. What else do we have? They both kind of have this rubber construction on the outside, and also I believe they are both metal on the inside here. So I think they're both die-cast aluminum on the inside. I don't know if you can see that. So it looks like pretty solid construction on both of them. Also, the Lenox has this little tie-off right here. It does kind of make a sound, which I don't really like. That might actually get on my nerves, but I guess if you needed to tie it off, that would be useful. And this also has an additional feature too, so the Lenox, you can actually, let's see here, you can loosen this up, and then right here you can actually put a hacksaw blade. So here's the old hacksaw mine. You can put the blade in there, tighten it up. Sorry, I don't have a hacksaw blade handy, but then I guess you could use this with an actual hacksaw blade. Also don't know how useful that would be. I guess that's kind of the reason I was wanting one of these job saws, is to get rid of my hacksaw and my tool bag altogether, but I guess that could be useful to somebody. So it does seem like they're fairly similar tools. Some of the main differences are really going to be that slightly different weight, a few extra features on the Lenox. We got the quick release on the Milwaukee. So both fairly good construction. Probably can't go wrong with either one. So after reviewing these two, I've actually decided I think I'm going to keep the Milwaukee myself. They both have decent fit and finish on them, but the Milwaukee seems to have a little bit better feel in my hand. It's a little bit lighter. It doesn't have the same features as the Lenox, but a lot of the features on the Lenox actually probably wouldn't be very useful for me, including the hacksaw attachment in the back, and also this tie-off right here. It kind of makes a sound, and I think that's just going to kind of get on my nerves for some reason. So this is just kind of more of a simple tool. It folds all the way in. It has the quick release. I can use any kind of blades I want on here. It fits in my tool bag well, so I think I'm going to stick with the Milwaukee, but this is also a great tool, and if you want any of those extra features, this would also be a good option. So I hope that helps. Leave some comments.